So that brings me to my next topic. What is the 49ers identity in 2026? And I say this because I felt like they had a very clear identity as recently as 3-4 years ago. I mean, when they had D'Amico Ryans and when they went to the Super Bowl the year after, their identity was elite defense at all three levels, a complementary offense that was run first, and a passing game that was defined by yards after the catch. It was explosive. I feel like that was the Niners' identity for a long time.
Explosive.
Now
I
what is
like
it?
that as the identity.
Explosive offense
was the identity. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I think it's
But
the
it wasn't
opposite.
necessarily like big throws down the field. It was a lot of they were always the best yak offense, and they could always run the freaking ball, and their defense was incredible. What is their identity now?
Now I would say their identity is like completely the opposite. They're not explosive. They're more like grindy. They're just slow, physical.
Methodical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like John was saying, like, yeah, we didn't hit the quarterback a lot. We need to and we want to, but we're still getting there. And I think
Yeah.
actually getting there is the perfect identity of the 49ers now. We're getting there. Playoffs, getting there. Super
Yeah.
Bowl, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Quarterback, we're getting there.
Yeah.
You know?
We didn't exactly get it, but we got close.
Yeah, we're getting
To me,
close.
like, let's just go through it. Are they a young team or an old team? Well, on defense, they're a young team. They're a rebuilding team. On offense, they're an old team.
They're old as shit.
Talking about extending Trent Williams and bringing back Debo. Like, to me, they have an identity crisis just in terms of offense and defense. And then it's like, are you a run first offense or are you a pass first offense? You don't have a great defense anymore. That's out the window. You're not even trying to have a great defense anymore. You're an offense team, but you're not explosive offense, and you're not really good at running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a pass first team? Are you?
Yeah. So I actually have a question for you. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Maj and Brandon, and we had a theory, Brandon and I. What if the Niners realized this contract was bad with Purdy? And so they're kind of, I wouldn't say purposefully because that sounds malicious, but they are kind of not putting forth a ton of effort to build an all-pro team around him on offense because they kind of want to get out of this contract.
I don't know.
Because if you think about it, they're not building.
Maybe.
They're not getting him. Like, their best targets at receiver are 30-year-old Debo, 33-year-old Mike Evans. They're not looking to upgrade the offensive line. They're wanting to keep
when he struggles this year and misses the playoffs, they're like, oh, well, I guess it's him and his contract.
Yeah. And they
could be hitting the hard eject on the whole thing in a year. It might not just be Brock. It could be Brock, John, Kyle. Everyone could be out if they miss the playoffs this year. Yeah, it's true.
I think most likely it would be a rebuild with Kyle, and this is kind of how they position. Like, we just can't get it done. Like, we just need a rebuild. We missed the playoffs. Here's why
I wonder if they would keep Kyle. Because do they really have confidence in Kyle's ability to find another quarterback? Maybe if it works with Mac, maybe they we want to pivot to Kyle and Mac. Kyle, we want you to make magic happen with a cheaper quarterback like the Seahawks are doing right now. Possible. Although, is it fair to say that his offense, I mean, like, if the identity of the team is Kyle and his offense and his playbook, I mean, it's a little stale. They kind of got smacked by the Seahawks over and over and over again. I mean, the identity of their team is a team that's still trying to figure out a way to score a touchdown against their main rival.
Because, I mean, that too, and also, like, think about it this way. For a team that apparently says they have a young franchise top-tier quarterback, they're sure not doing shit to make that longevity continue.
I completely agree. Usually if you have a top-tier quarterback making that much money, you give them one of two things, or both. A killer offensive line or killer receivers.
And you move mountains to get it done. It's not even like an option. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
well, you know what he has? A great backup quarterback. A great backup quarterback.
And a great system.
This isn't enough for you? Oh, you can't stay healthy? You can't put up numbers? Well, then sit down and let Mac try.
I think they saw Darnold. I think they saw Mac. And they're like, shit, we shouldn't have paid him. And so now they're like, all right, well, let's eat cap the next 2 years so that we can void his deal. And then we'll only have to eat a little cap in 2027, which is Brock. Mm-hmm. And we can move forward with our old philosophy, explosive playmakers and a quarterback that does what he's told.
Yeah, right? Because Mac Jones fits that much better. I mean, it seems like with Brock, he holds the ball so long. Yak is kind of about getting rid of the ball quickly. and letting your playmakers do the work. He wants to do the work. He wants to be the playmaker. He wants at the end of the game, everyone to be talking about how athletic Brock is. Oh my God. Did you see that one play where he spun away from a sack and did a back handspring and then landed in the splits and then popped up, did a backflip, a triple hand, and then a triple Lindy and then threw a touchdown pass? That was incredible. That's what that's what he wants. He's a lot like Kyle Shanahan. They both are frame mogging. They're frame mogging the entire time. They are. And one of the things I like about Seattle is that they were really going to let their kicker be the freaking Super Bowl MVP. They didn't care who was getting the credit. It's a nice thing about that team. Maybe that'll change this year now that they're champions.
Like, and that's the big thing, right? Is like, I also think, in my opinion, I think they might, depending on how low he drops. I think the Niners need to take a flyer on Alar. Hopefully his combine throws don't look too good and he can still be there in like the 5th, 6th round. But dude, Alar has always been a system guy with a big ass arm and he's a big bodied dude. That's what Kyle needs. He needs to stop getting these shorter Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy archetypes that get hurt and get stressed in the pocket. You need Mac Jones, you need Drew Alar, a Matt Ryan that can stand tall in the pocket and deliver the football. And I think Kyle even realized that's not Purdy. It's just
I got another one too. I agree with you. The identity of the Niners, it's a country club atmosphere. Very much.
100%. I agree.
It's such a country, like in every sense of the word, right? It's like, are you friends with the coach or the top players on the team? Then you fit in. Do you have a particular political stance? Then you fit in. Do you golf and tuck your shirt into your jeans or pants? And yeah, so then you fit in. And it's like, great. But it seems like certain players, and if you don't, you might be accepted for a while, but they're going to mess with you. And when it's time to get money, they're going to mess with you. And you're probably going to be replaced.
Like,
so that's part of their identity.
Bro, why am I seeing Trent Taylor on these trips and not Brandon Ayuk? Even after he gets his contract.
Dude,
Brandon
why is
Ayuk,
Raheem Morris the defensive coordinator of the team? Was he the best guy available? Maybe. But he is friends with the head coach. They've known each other for 20 years and friends with the general manager.
No, the biggest one is Kwesi. They hyped up, we're going to bring in a personnel guy. And then they hired Kwesi. Everyone ignored it because they were just saying it. We're bringing in a personnel guy, Kwesi got brought in as an executive personnel guy.
Uh-huh.
Because why?
He just got fired. He's like the only GM in the league with the worst draft record than freaking John Lynch. He's already been here. He changes nothing. He's just friends with people here.
Yeah, he's just going to say yes.
Yeah.
What about this guy from D3 in our first round? Oh, dude, I love him. Good pick, John. And like, yeah, I agree. When they brought in Kwesi, that was when I was like, oh, nail in the coffin. This offseason's cooked. It's over.
Yep.
They have no interest in changing their philosophy, no matter how much they say it. 0% interest in doing it.
They're going to keep Dustin Perry as their trainer, even though he's the worst trainer in the league according to the players.
Yep.
And they're going to stay next to that substation, even though the players are concerned about it, because that's what the Niners do.
They'll extend Juszczyk, bring him back.
Oh my God. They'll extend Trent Williams.
Our receiving core is probably to be Evans, Debo, Pearsall, and that's it. It's going to be horrible.
The left guard is probably going to be Nick Zakelj.
The offense is going to run through Christian McCaffrey still. They're going to pray George comes back.
Yep.
Probably draft some random no name you've never heard of in the first round.
And not play him.
Yep.
They'll take another defensive lineman in the first 3 rounds who has 0 pass rush moves. None.
Yep. And then they'll next year you'll see, oh man, like if we could just get to the quarterback, the Niners are winning 10 games. Like if they
we almost traded for Max Crosby.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to trade with us. We had the best offer.
And then they'll fire John. My assumption is then John will go.
They're not going to fire John, but they'll let his contract expire and he'll go to like Amazon or something.
My guess is he'll either be promoted or he will.
No, dude, no.
Go
I don't
in
think
the media.
He could make a lot of money as a announcer, I think. And I think that would be something that he could do. They could be like, we didn't fire John. We wanted to keep John. He just wanted a new challenge.
Can't he do what Brady does? Be like president of football ops and still do commentating or something?
And yeah, unless the Niners don't want him anymore.
Yeah, true. But like
because they have Kwesi now.
If they promote Kwesi, Jed York needs to be fired. On God. He needs to be gone.
He needs to be gone. Yes.
Yeah. That would be insane. If Kwesi somehow got promoted, that is the end of the 49ers. If I was Kyle, I'd leave. I'd say, all right, I'm out. Like, yeah, but I agree. Like, the Niners' identity is this country club getting their identity. Like, yeah, we made the Super Bowl. At least we made it with our friends.
Country club, politically specific, old on offense,
Ego
and
driven.
an inconsistent. Like that's what it's like. Are you rebuilding or not?
That's what I think is too. It's also that country club ego where it's
Yeah,
like, oh no, we should have won the Super Bowl, but
yeah,
Dre got hurt. We should have won the
yeah.
Super Bowl, but oh, Jimmy missed that one throw, but that wouldn't happen again. It's like, yeah, but you should have done a lot of shit you're not doing, and you don't have a Super Bowl ring to show for it.
You know what
So
really annoyed me? Did you see Robert Saleh on? I forget who he was on with. It might have been McAfee. And you know how Saleh is. He's so diplomatic and he's always trying to say the right thing and not burn bridges. So he's talking about his time with the Niners and he was like, yeah, they're just a championship organization.
I
This is a
hated when
championship
he said
organization.
championship.
Like, what the fuck are
Where
you
is it?
talking about? No, they're not. Yeah, that's the problem. They are a championship organization, and none of you guys have contributed to the championships in 31 years, and that's why people are upset. Championship organization. That's what I hate about the Niners' identity and their culture. They act like they won championships and they don't need to change anything, and they can bring back Kwesi because he was part of something. No, you're holding on to a team that never was good enough.
Here's a good
That's your
question.
freaking legacy.
Was Saleh desperate to leave the 49ers, or was he desperate to be a head coach?
Can we go back? Oh man, there's more that we didn't talk about with the report card. I mean, Ma's
Okay.
gonna have a tough time cutting this one up. All right. So what I want to talk about, we talked about the training room, but let's talk about the coaches. So they give John Lynch an A minus. Great. They give Kyle Shanahan an A minus. Great. That's kind of middle of the pack, but those are they essentially are liked. There is something that caused the minus, but I'll take them. I got A minuses all the way in high school through in math. So I'll take an A minus. UCs look at that as an A. They round up. But defensive coordinator A. Defensive coordinator A. I always had the feeling that he was the best coach or the most well-liked coach in the organization because he has all of Kyle's smarts. They're both very good on the whiteboard and with their playbook and with their adjustments and what stuff. But like Saleh has all this leadership and emotional
Yes.
intelligence that Kyle doesn't have, and
He has
that's
emotion.
it's
Emotion.
important.
It is.
Emotion.
That's why I
Yeah.
think. That's why I think they brought Raheem as well. I think
Yeah.
Kyle recognized after Sorensen and Wilk semi, but mainly Sorensen, that I need someone to bring emotion, and I'm not that guy. And Kyle doesn't seem like he'll ever really be that guy. And I think that's why he brought in Raheem and not waited for Schwartz, because Schwartz is well liked, but he's not that super emotional guy. Whereas, like, I think Raheem's like, or sorry, Schwartz is emotional. He's not that, like, he's not going to yell in players' faces to get them hyped up. Raheem and
That's what I wanna say
Saleh
too.
do.
The emotion is a key factor, but it's also like positive and negative. We've always heard that Kyle is relentlessly negative, and he even
Yeah.
says like, my wife tried to tell me about it because sometimes I upset her and she doesn't understand that I'm just trying to look at it from a different perspective, and she's trying to tell me to give compliments, and I was doing that this year. He said that, like she said, be nice and give compliments, and he was like, why? They know what I think of them, and she's like, no, they don't. You need to
Yeah.
say it. He said this stuff, so he has these epiphanies, and I think that's great that he's learning. But these are Gen Z athletes. These aren't
You
millennials
gotta coddle,
anymore.
bro. You gotta coddle.
You've heard the stories that Patrick Willis and Delaney Walker saying about Justin Smith and Joe. That was my generation. These players are way different now. They're not
Yeah.
getting black. These are Gen Z dudes, and they need praise. I need praise, and I think Saleh has a great feel for that, man. He's
Yep.
relentlessly positive, but he's still holding you accountable. He's not soft like maybe Mike McDaniel was in Miami.
Yeah, like
So,
Saleh
I'm gonna
seems like from his Jets tenure, it seems like he can, be a dick. But
Yeah.
for the most part, he's Fred Warner, basically. He is
Yes.
just ecstatic to be there. He's
Yes.
ecstatic to be watching you guys play. And I think that's what Raheem brings as well, because that was my big thing is
That's
Raheem
Sean
was
McVay. Is that
it
not
was
Sean McVay?
exactly. I
Yes.
love it. Like, oh, when people were freaking out about Ben Johnson, like ripping his shirt off and going crazy, it's like, bro, you need that in today's NFL. Look at
Yeah.
that team and how well they performed. They never broke, like, ever. They were the fourth quarter kings. What have the Niners always been bad at prior to this year? The fourth quarter.
Yep.
Because they have a coach that's like, brother, I don't care. I believe in you. We got this.
Yeah.
We're down 20. Don't care. We got this. This is easy. Whereas
Yeah.
Kyle seems like that guy where it's like, down 20, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, let's run the ball
Yeah.
and just get out of here.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, but that's not what you need. Like, he's
No.
very much his dad's mentality, and it's
Yes.
doesn't
Yes.
work.
And his dad was coaching in the 80s and 90s. Kyle
Yeah.
came in the league in like 2008. I mean, these guys have changed so much.
Could you
Can we
see
talk
Raheem being head coach? Like, if Kyle does leave, could you see Raheem getting pushed over?
No, I don't think Raheem's
Oh.
that good, man. I'm sorry. I think Raheem Morris might be super overrated. Like, there's
Players
nothing in
love
his.
him. That's the thing.
Okay. All right.
Like,
That's good. That is good.
that's my
That's
only
great.
thing. Like,
But I'd rather have a coach that gets results one way or another. If he has to get everyone to hate you, I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, maybe I just don't think the roster's that good. What's
I
he gonna
agree.
do? Even Robert Saleh couldn't do that much with this team. I don't know.
No, I agree.
We'll see.
We'll see.